Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is the 28th of October 2019. I am Josh Strife Hayes and this is Daily Strife, a daily show where we talk about gaming news, geeky general gossip and nerdy stuff happening all over the world. One major story tonight involving once again Fallout 76, but before we jump into that, a couple of small things I want to go over just to start us off. If you want to jump to the main story in the thumbnail, check the description down below. I'll put the timecode there for you. But for those of you just here to chat for the night, let's talk about some other stuff to start off with. First of all, I'm trying to keep it personal with this new style. I'm trying to make sure you guys feel involved. And I mentioned that a few videos ago and someone brought it up saying they quite liked it. Well, you can't get much more personal than a direct shout out. And this comment caught my eye yesterday. Heil Cthulhu said, "Dude's comment was on point. I was already subbed because your guides for games I was playing were hella useful, but your new video style does feel more personal." You can't get much more personal than a direct shout out. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Let's look into some of the small stories that have happened in the world of nerd before we get into the big one. Steam. All of you PC game players will know exactly what Steam is. It's what's coming off my mug right now, and it's what sells us games online. Praise Gaben, we know that Steam is fantastic. However, Steam wasn't quite prepared for the massive influx of people it had over its Halloween sale and unfortunately crashed. I'll stick a graphic on screen now that shows the Steam outage chart and the numbers of reports it had received. Steam, you're too good. You're suffering from success, man. You know exactly how good you are. All the games there are fantastic. It's so simple to buy from Steam. I'm not even employed or endorsed by them. But guys, Steam, if you want me to work for you, you have your people talk to my people. I'll see what we can do. So the Steam store went down. That's some gaming news. What about some celebrity news? All right, let's talk about celebs. Who's a fan of Supernatural? I'm a big fan of Supernatural. I've got the DVDs over on my shelf somewhere. I enjoyed seasons 1 to 5 and I tolerated all the other seasons after that. Seriously, the show needs to stop. If you're a fan of it, it was great, but it needs to stop. Anyway, one of the main actors, a guy called Jared, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. I think it's Padeleki. I want to say Jared Padeleki. Now, I actually teach a couple of aspiring young actors, and those aspiring young actors have met and have worked with. I've worked with people who have worked with the cast of Supernatural. I've never met them myself, but I've always heard very positive things about both Jensen Ackles and Jared Padeleki. I've always heard really positive stuff. So this story kind of came out of left field and kind of knocked me for six a little bit. Jared Padeleki has been arrested in America for punching or assaulting a nightclub worker. Now, he owns the club, because of course he does. He's rich. Once you've got that much money, what else are you going to do? You're going to buy useless stuff, buy a club, why not? But unfortunately, the reports we've got so far kind of show there was a bit of an altercation. He was a little bit intoxicated. He had assaulted this worker. The manager of the club came out, had a word with him, and when the police showed up to arrest him, apparently he pulled out a wad of money. I mean, my first response was, that doesn't sound good. You know, that really doesn't sound like him. It doesn't sound professional. It does sound quite Hollywood. That would definitely happen. But then I started to think, let's treat this carefully, because I've seen an episode or two of Supernatural. Did anyone check to make sure he wasn't punching a shapeshifter or a Wendigo or some kind of demon? Because I think my boy Sam kind of knows what he's doing. So maybe we've all got this wrong and he was on a hunt. Or maybe he needs to realise that he's only a hunter in a TV show and can't actually go around punching people. You know, one of the two, he needs to just take a step back and calm it down. Jared, we like you as an actor, but maybe don't assault people. Best thing. And next in gaming news, before the big one, Diablo 4. Has it been revealed? Well, yes and no. There is a German magazine called GameStar. I'll put a picture up on the screen now. And GameStar advertising a book called The Art of Diablo. And the book advertises itself as including the art of Diablo 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is that a confirmation of the fourth game? Are they including Diablo 4 as effectively Diablo Immortal? Do you guys not have phones? Are they including any of the expansions. Was it the Reaper of Souls expansion? The one where you could take on death effectively in Diablo 3? Or is it genuinely an actual leak that Diablo 4 is something definitely being worked on? I think we all know it's going to come out eventually, isn't it? It's definitely going to happen eventually, so maybe this book is just the first official news we have from it. But now on to the big one. On to Bethesda again. Bethesda, you beautiful, beautiful mistake. You have been providing me with content for the last couple of days, and keep going. Just keep it going. I've got a Nuka-Cola sign hanging on my door over there. I like Fallout 1 and 2 and 3 and New Vegas. I liked those. They were pretty good. And then you made a mistake. Then you came out with 76. Let's not even talk about Fallout 4. You came out with 76. And we've covered Fallout first. The absolute abomination of a monthly subscription that's going to cost you over $100 a year if you want to play a game that you've already paid for. You know, if you want to buy that game, absolutely fine. We've discussed how the Fallout First subscription is going to give you a couple of useless, broken things. The scrap box that doesn't store scrap, it destroys it. The private worlds that aren't private, they're very, very public. What else did they mess up with? Oh yeah, they had the camp, the survival camp, that whenever you put it down just crashes to desktop. I remember that. Now I thought that'd be the end of it. I thought, there you go, you've got 3 broken things, have fun. Oh no. No. You know the biggest problem? The biggest problem was actually something that I think a lot of people originally just totally discounted. And that is the Wasteland Wanderer outfit. You get a cosmetic override that makes you look like the character from Fallout New Vegas. And you get a little symbol by your name. So when you're playing in adventure mode, other people, other online players, because 76 is an online game, can see that you've bought the Fallout First membership. And it's created class war. It's created an us versus them scenario where everyone that's bought the membership with the Fallout First package is being targeted by all of the other players and being ganked every single time they're seen everywhere. It has honestly created the proletariat of us versus them. Fallout 76 right now is going through its very own Les Miserables style barricade, defiance and fight back. All we need is these guys to start singing. We're halfway there. Can you imagine spending £12 a month and all you get is 3 broken items and the wrath of every other player? This is brilliant. This is some Machiavellian level stuff going on here. This is an amazing idea. And then I thought, maybe it's very meta. Because remember, all the vaults in the game of Fallout were experiments. All of the vaults were, let's see what happens with this one, let's see what happens with that one. And you've got some great stories. If you go online and just type in, Fallout Vault experiments, there's some really twisted, really weird stuff. But that's exactly what's happening. We've got an experiment right now where, in the online virtual world of Fallout 76, we're seeing what happens when a load of wanderers of the apocalyptic wasteland happen to see other people who are richer than them, who have spent money, who are more elite than them. And what do the elites expect us to do? Just bow down and worship them? Hell no! People are going to be shooting them, people are going to be forming gangs and hunting them, and I've got to say, that actually sounds kind of fun. I am always in favour of any update or expansion that increases player choice, that increases player engagement or interaction, that anything that gives us something to do. Especially when you don't tell the player to do it, you just give them the ability to do it. So by Fallout 76, forcing all of the Fallout First subscription members to physically show that they are members, we are creating another society. You're creating a hierarchy in an online game, and you're allowing the haves and the have-nots to differentiate each other. And the have-nots are very angry and very upset. And let's be honest, there's not much else to do in the game. So they're probably going to go and attack people. I love it, Bethesda. Mistake after mistake after mistake. The scavenging, the scrap box doesn't work. The survival tent crashes your game. Everything, the private worlds are public. And now anyone who's bought the actual monthly subscription is a target for all of the other irritated players. Keep messing up. You keep messing up fantastically. I can't wait to see what happens next. Maybe the atom store will break. Maybe one of the emotes they have will be offensive to someone. Who knows? They've messed up in every other way. Let's see if they carry on doing that. So let's just go through it one more time. The Steam store crashed because they couldn't handle the Halloween traffic. Jara Padeleki, star of Supernatural, the character of Sam, has been arrested for punching someone who works for him, and Diablo 4 may have been announced because it was mentioned in an art book advertised by the German magazine GameStar. And finally, Fallout 76 has incited class warfare by allowing people to see who's paid for the Fallout First membership. I'm smiling because I cannot believe they keep messing up. I hope they keep making mistakes until the day I die, so I've always got something to talk about. That would be tremendous. As always, thank you very, very much for your time. If you want to leave a comment down below, I will try and read it and possibly reply to it. If you want to chat to me on Discord, link in the description below. And you can always come and say hi live at Twitch, over at twitch.tv/Josh Strife Hayes. But for now, thanks for your time as usual. Take care, and you have a great night.